Yo, what's up guys, Jody? And today, man, I'll be talking about my New England Patriots suffering a loss that not only knocks them out of the playoffs, but losing in this fashion is absolutely disgusting, okay? The Patriots today lost to the Bills 35-23, and I believe this is our third consecutive time losing to the Bills. We beat them last year in that troll game, and they beat us right after that, and then they beat us earlier this season, then they beat us as well tonight as well, or today, this afternoon. Wow, that game, not gonna lie, it gave me a lot of false hope. I'm like, Mac Jones looking pretty good, defense looking pretty solid, and then you know what happened at the end of that. Starting off the game with the Nyheim Hines kick return touchdown, I'm like, you couldn't even script that. After all the Damar Hamlin stuff, well, praise to him and all that, I'm like, okay, they got that touchdown for Damar Hamlin, I'll let it slide. Just like D. Gordon hitting that home run after the passing of Jose Fernandez, rest in peace to him, the former Miami Marlins pitcher, hitting that, I'll let those go, okay? I'll let the Nyheim Hines go, because in the moment, was it phenomenal? Yes. As the NFL fan, was that phenomenal? Yes. As a baseball fan, seeing D. Gordon hit that homer for Jose Fernandez, was that amazing? Yes. So I'm like, okay, I'll let it slide. We're down 7-0, we end up scoring, it's 7-7, okay? Defense looking pretty good. Offense a little sketchy, but we're moving the ball a little bit. We're moving the ball a little bit, and you know what happens after that? False hope, false hope, false hope, false hope, and false hope. The New England Patriots end up losing to the Buffalo Bills, and they get outscored 21-9 in the second half. It was tied at 14.5, but I'm feeling pretty confident, and the trolling begins. But I'm not gonna lie, Mac Jones today, I'm not here to slander Mac Jones. I don't want to hear any Mac Jones slander because of this game. Mac Jones, yes, early on in the game when he got sacked, I'm like, oh my god, Mac Jones, you are so unserious. What are you doing? Because you know he can't like get past the pressure and make a big play when he's about to get sacked. Like Josh Allen turns into the Superman when he goes up against us. We have like 10 guys trying to sack him. He gets out of this, he gets out of this, and makes a bomb to Stephon Diggs. I'm like, my nigga, what the fuck is that shit, bro? But Mac Jones today, 26 out of 40, 243 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think is a season high this season for him because we really don't score too much in the end zone or the red zone, and he looked pretty good. Did throw 3 picks. The first pick, I'm not gonna lie, the first pick, that was a questionable throw, I believe, to Devontae Parker, and that was not ignored. The second pick, I can't quite remember. The third pick bounced off a receiver's hands and it was caught with the Bills. So the third pick was really like a Dak Prescott pick where his receivers like should have catch the ball and they like still up in the air, and then the defenders catch it. I mean, I really don't recall the second interception too much, but I know the first one is he was in the end zone. He was trying to force a pass to, I forget if it was Aguilar or Parker, and there was a pick. Second pick though, I can't really remember at all. I'm not gonna lie. On the ground today, Ramondre Stevenson, who I was alluding to, like he needs to step up. Like the last couple of weeks, he's been selling. He threw that lateral to Jacoby Myers. He didn't go out of bounds. And you know what happened? Jalen Jones fucking went off for the touchdown. And then not last week, 2 weeks ago against the Bengals, he fumbled in the end zone with the game on the line. Like today, he was a lot more, definitely a lot more better. Okay, 6 carries, 54 yards. 13 carries at 40 yards for Damian Harris, and Mac Jones 4 for 5 as well. He was trying to run a little bit, but you know, Mac Jones is an absolute sloth. He's not mobile whatsoever. Definitely one of the knocks on him. Devontae Parker 6 for 79 and 2 touchdowns. Also on Mac Jones as well. I'm not gonna lie, his arm over the last couple of weeks, I like what I'm seeing out of him. Mac Jones coming into this season, and especially the recent after that game against the Raiders, I'm not gonna lie, Belichick, I don't know why you didn't let him sling that, because Mac Jones recently, especially guys like Devontae Parker and Kendrick Bourne and Jacoby Myers, guys that he's really confident, has a real connection with, Mac Jones will let it fly. Also Tyquan Thornton as well. Mac Jones, I'm not gonna lie, I did not know his arm, like he was able to throw that far. Like I know he was pretty good at Alabama. I mean, he had all elite wide receivers, but dog, not calling that arm is definitely not looking bad. It's not, he doesn't have an elite arm. I mean, he has a pretty good arm. I'm not gonna lie. I like what I saw to Mac Jones today. Okay, yeah, Devontae Parker, 6 receptions, 79 yards, and not one, but 1 touchdown right here.
Looking at him, take to him, and then throw it inside. Second and goal, back of the end zone, wide open. Devontae Parker with the touchdown.
And one touchdown right here.
Team that controls it at the moment. If it wins, Jones to Parker, reaches up. What a catch! Touchdown, New England.
Wow, this is what I was talking about earlier, Jim. Just don't overthrow.
Devontae Parker legacy game. He went out and absolutely balled and tried to put the team on his back, man. He was cooking up with Mac Jones. Love to see that. Kendrick Bourne, 4 for 45 again. Bourne's last year of his contract is next season, so hopefully retain him because he obviously has really good connection with Mac Jones. I want to see that continue. I don't know why he isn't getting that much playtime. Hunter Henry today, six receptions, 42 yards. Hunter Henry 10-1. I still don't know why we've been after John Smith and Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry is the guy. John Smith is not. We still have to pay him for, I think, another year. So there's that. Hunter Henry, when he's actually on the field, when he's actually healthy, he's pretty damn good. Jacoby Myers, that wide receiver 1, who was an impending free agent. Hopefully we go ahead and re-sign him and actually get a wide receiver 1 this offseason because we saw dominant Stephon Diggs was this game as a wide receiver 1. I want that guy for Mac Jones, who's trying to get up the ranks of quarterbacks in the NFL. Right now he's like right near the bottom. Like I need him to work his way up. Okay. But yeah, Jacoby Myers, 3 receptions, 32 yards, and a touchdown right here.
Red zone's big though.
Second and goal. He fake again. Play action. Back of the end zone. Myers, did he get the second foot down? I'm not sure he did.
This is close. Very close.
I think it might have just been one just with the naked eye, but they say touchdown.
Reminder Stevenson, 5 receptions, 28 yards. Tackle on throwing 1 for 13. And Damian Harris, 1 for 4 as well. And then defensively today, we got a pick from our guy, Devin McCourty right here.
With 26 seconds to seal it for long enough. Pass. Oh, he got hit when he threw it, and he's intercepted. It's McCourty with his 35th career interception.
Also a great play by Matthew Slater on special teams as well to end up forcing the fumble. Also, as well as D-Mac, this might be Matthew Slater's last game as a Patriot as well as Devin McCourty. So if this is it for them, shout out to them, man. As a diehard Patriot for my whole entire life, watching these two guys has been absolutely phenomenal. Just absolutely just class acts at safety and special teams, man. Absolute Patriots GOATs.
I kind of got on D-Mac last week because he had a pick that I should have caught against the Bengals. Not against the Bengals. Yeah, it was against the Dolphins, actually. They announced that he literally could have fair caught the interception. Like, it was like right in his hands. He had so much time. It was literally just him and the ball. He dropped it. We ended up getting the ball back in the punt, but still, need to make that. Need to have some motivation and some momentum to the team, you feel what I'm saying? And yeah, defense, even though we did allow 35 points, I mean, Josh Allen, he turns into Superman as soon as we play him. I just don't understand it. We also got a sack today from Deatrice Wise, a sack from Daniel Okwele, which at the point was pretty massive, and another game of Matthew Judon. I mean, I know he made how many tackles today? I think he made 2 tackles. Like, Matthew Judon, you're supposed to be the DPOY guy. I know they double team you, do this and that, but guys like Nick Bosa, they show up week in and week out. And I haven't said this season yet, but Matthew Judon, you're in a DPOY conversation. You're not probably gonna win a DPOY. Obviously, guys like Nick Bosa, guys up there that have been having phenomenal years. Matthew Judon, for the last couple of weeks, I haven't seen you shown up. Like you, I think you have 15.5 sacks, which is a massive. But dog, I'm gonna need you to. This is a playoff game. Like, I know you're making good tackles. You know, a lot of obviously pressure on you. But dog, like, I'm gonna need you to step up. You get paid the big bucks. You're starting in the Pro Bowl, and I'm gonna need you to do your thing. Like, same thing as last year. Start off the season scorching hot. Second half of the season, where the fuck was he? Like Matthew Judon. I'm gonna need you to have a consistent year, my boy. I don't know what's good with you, but have a consistent year next year. I beg, bro, okay? But holy shit, man. Just seeing Matthew Judon just come so close to making plays and he just isn't able to make it. And then for the rest of the game, don't see too much about him. I don't see too much of him. Like, just really just pisses me off, man. Really just pisses me off. Then Nick Folk made one of his field goals as well. Yeah, Marcus Jones, 4 returns on the kick return for 81 yards. Definitely good to have him there. And then on to the Bills. Josh Allen, even the stats won't pop out of you. He had an absolute masterclass. Literally turns into Superman every time you play him. 19 for 31, 254 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick to Devin McCourty. James Cook on the ground, 9 for 45. Devin Singletary, 7 for 29 on the ground. Josh Allen, 9 for 16 on the ground as well. I'm not gonna lie, the stats don't pop out to you if you didn't watch the game. It almost felt like he had 400 yards. Like, I haven't looked at the stats, so I just looked at it right now. But if you told me he had 400 yards, I would have literally believed you. That's how dominant he was looking. But yeah. And then in terms of receiving today, Stephon Diggs is consistently just owns us, which is why I wish we had a guy like him on his team that can help out our quarterback, Mac Jones, because he needs a guy that can just throw the ball up to and be like, damn, one-on-one, Stephon Diggs, he got that. Would that be a DeAndre Hopkins this offseason? I fucking hope so, man. I fucking hope so. But Stephon Diggs today, 7 receptions, 141 yards and a touchdown. John Brown. We got cooked by John Brown in 2023, who's only known for a couple years back in the NFL Combine for having an insane 40-yard dash score. Outside of that, Josh Allen's phenomenal. Josh Brown, though, he's literally been on like every team in the NFL. He always gets cut. Like, bro, we got cooked by him. Are you kidding me? Gabe Davis, 3 for 39. Khalil Shakir, 1 for 28. Isaiah McKenzie, 2 for 19. Dawson Knox, 2 for 13 and a touchdown. Dawson Knox got a touchdown. I believe he got the second touchdown of the game because of Nyheim Hines. Stroll was the first one. So then James Cook, 2 for 6. Devin Singletary, 1 for 3. They got an interception from Abilano. I do remember that. That was the second pick. That was the second pick that I couldn't remember. The Sherman Edmonds was the third pick where it bounced off. I forgot who should have caught the ball, and it bounced off, and then they obviously kneeled the ball out, and it was the GG. And then they got a pick, first pick of the game from Tre'Davious White, just trying to force a pass in the end zone. I believe in the early second half, if I'm not mistaken. They still got a sack today from Gregory Rousseau, and that was really it. I mean, it really came down to Nyheim Hines today. 4 kick return attempts, 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, I know we got a kick return attempt return against us from the Vikings. I can't remember his name. I know it's really tricky to say. I'm not trying to butcher his name at all, but I know he was in a Pro Bowl, so shout out to him. But he returned a kick against us, and we lost the game by basically that. And it's unfortunate, man. Not 1, but 2 kick return touchdowns. First player in the NFL this season to do so. I mean, that's how you lose a game. 2 touchdowns by special teams. I mean, I've heard Joe Judge is a pretty good special teams coach, so we may have to fire a special teams coach, man, because 1, Michael Pilardi, Jake Bayless, our punters, they have not been good. Marcus Jones has been probably one of our main consistent guys. Well, Matthew Slater. I like Schooler as well. I'm probably missing a couple guys. Well, off the top of my head, I'm just trying to just get through this video because the Patriots are now that make the playoffs. They are 8-9, and instead of passing the playoffs, it's now the Miami Dolphins, who are 9-8, just won against the New York Jets. They had a third-string cornerback, Skylar Thompson, go ahead and make the playoffs against Joe Flacco and the New York Jets, which is unfortunate. All we needed was a Jets win, which they lost to Skylar Thompson and the Dolphins out of Jason Sanders. 50-yard field goal, who has not been good from 50 yards plus. Of course, he hits that, right? Of course, man. And then he got a safety at the end of the game. They tried a couple laterals to end the game, like a Miami Miracle like they did against us. With Gronk at safety and all that troll shit. And we also needed the Jags win yesterday, which they won. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars going to the playoffs. Got to win that slide over the Titans. Definitely amazing to see. And then we needed a Steelers loss against the Browns, and the Steelers ended up beating the Browns and Deshaun Watson. Came close, but Mike Tomlin and the Steelers prevailed. Kenny Pickett and George Pickens, that combination is looking pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, but the Steelers do not make the playoffs. Mike Tomlin is 9-8, but the Steelers do not make the playoffs. So Mike Tomlin's streak of being over 500 still there, but the Dolphins win and get the 7th and final spot in the AFC playoffs. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really pissed. I came into this game, I'm like, I can't really lose. 1, we make the playoffs, which is obviously phenomenal, but you go up against the Chiefs, who it's good to get playoff experience, but you're going up against one of the best teams in football. Obviously, it would have been cool to pick the Chiefs, obviously. Come on, no, it's couldn't have been the playoffs, but at the end of the day, I can't really be mad. But on the other hand, we don't make the playoffs, which is obviously heartbreaking. But we get a higher first round pick. So cannot really lose. One, make the playoffs. Two, get a high first round pick in a year where you have a lot of money to spend in the offseason. And either we actually get an actual competent offensive coordinator. I'm not gonna lie, Matt Patricia and I don't know who is calling the plays today, man. I don't know if it's Patricia, because today the plays are looking pretty good. Mac Jones is cooking. The offense is pretty much doing their thing against a really good defense. So, hey, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. The Patriots season is over. GG's to the Bills. Hey, man, y'all did it for DeMar Hamlin, man. Shout out to y'all. I know this would be a tough win to get, especially after all Bills Mafia and the Bills and the NFL world as a whole has been through over the last couple of days. And playing this game in Orchard Park in Buffalo, like, yeah, that's if we got that win, I was gonna be very, very confident going into the playoffs, because that would have been our best win in a very long time. But sadly, we go down. The Browns and Deshaun Watson, the $250 million man, can't beat the rookie Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. And the Jets can be a third-string quarterback after an absolute Garrett Wilson masterclass, after an absolute defensive masterclass. The game ends 11-6. Like, the defense gives up 9 points, and the fucking Jets still can't win the game. Wow, that is absolutely disgusting. Pats are out of the playoffs. Another news: the Bears got the number 1 overall pick. The Texans trolled, and the Bears got the number 1 overall pick over the Texans, who beat the Colts for whatever reason in the last game of the regular season for both teams. So there's that. Josh Allen looked absolutely phenomenal today. That man is just an absolute wizard. It's just insane to have a superstar quarterback, man. That man is just absolutely killed us year in and year out, man. That man is undoubtedly one of the best quarterbacks in football, and he's just absolutely phenomenal, man. But no playoffs for us. We went to playoff last year, got steamrolled by the Bills. So high first round pick, man. I guess tough way to go out there, man. Tough way to go out. But other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Your boy John. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.